everybody. One more promo, huh? You like that opening? Listen, everybody, you are watching and or listening to another amazing, awesome episode of Heffron and Reep. I am John Reep. We're a man down, kind of, sort of. Heffron's not here. That's what I'm trying to tell you. No Heffron today. We got another guy standing, and I'm going to get to you in a second, Reno. You look good over there, buddy. Thanks for coming.
I'm a hot piece of ass.
Thanks for being here. I don't disagree. So what happened was, John Heffron, this is what happens when you leave Los Angeles and you move to a barn somewhere in the middle of Michigan where it's 30 degrees there, and his Wi-Fi not so good. Long story short, there will be no Heffron today, but we have the amazing, hilarious Reno Collier. I appreciate you. How are you, Reno?
I'm good, buddy. I'm good.
Now you're in Nashville, right?
I'm in Murfreesboro. Yeah, right outside.
Murfreesboro. Okay. I'm hoping to run into you when I get out there. I'm doing New Year's Eve out there in Nashville.
I know. Lucy asked me if I was going to be with you. She goes, "Are you going to be with?" Yeah, and I was like, "But I'm booked at some theater in Indianapolis."
Okay.
But or I would have been there for sure. I was like, God, it's right down the street too.
Well, you're
and
there.
I get to see my buddy.
Yeah, you and Dusty. But here's the thing: I know that my headliner friends will not be available New Year's Eve. This is when we work the most, really.
Right.
You know, if at all during this. But yeah. So I wanted to ask you this too. Maybe, but let me do this. I'm all over the map.
So good. It's good.
I'm going to wrangle it in. Here's what we're doing today on this episode of Heffron and Reep with Reno. How should we call it? What should we call this? Heffron and Reep with Reno. I like that.
Heffron and Reep with Reno. I wanted Alan Jackson over there to have Heffron's name taken out. It just said Reno.
Yeah, not even my name. Not even John Reep.
No. But you could be just little bitty, like Reno.
Yeah, Reno.
Reep. And Reep.
And Reep. A little bit of Reep, a lot of Reno. Do you do a lot of work with Bob and Tom these days? What are you doing over there?
I do. I'm on every Monday morning doing This Day in History. And that's where I'm actually going to be in Indianapolis with Pat Godwin.
Okay.
From that show for like a Bob and Tom thing.
Nice.
We're both on Bob and Tom anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do it every Monday. It's a blast, dude. Those guys are freaking great.
So do you just zoom in like this and
yep.
Or do you call in, or how do you do it? What do you do?
I did it this morning. It's exactly like this.
Okay.
I call in, and Tom gets real wigged out with germs and stuff, so nobody's been in that studio except for the same 4 people. They even have Godwin in like a back room with his guitar, and they zoom him through the glass.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that show, that show is great for comedians. If you don't know what we're talking about, Bob and Tom radio shows syndicated all over the country for years, but they're based in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Crackers still. What's up with Crackers? Are they still around? The comedy club?
Yeah, I think they're still around.
Okay.
I haven't been there in a long time, but yeah.
We should also try and lump in a Crackers thing for you and me, or somewhere in India, just to give us an excuse to, although they're not letting anybody in the building. So, yeah, never mind.
Oh, and on Bob and Tom?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we can do that. We'll Zoom it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. So here's what we're doing today. We're going to talk about, you're probably wondering, why am I dressed in a Hawaiian shirt and a Detroit hat? Detroit, because John Heffron is from Detroit, and I'm giving him a little love. And I'm also wearing, I thought Magnum Pi also had this look. I'm going for that. We're going to talk about our favorite 80s sitcoms or TV shows. And we're also going to we have Patreon supporters. If you want to be a supporter of this podcast, you can do that. Go to heffronandreep.com, click on support, and you get rewards. There it is. heffronandreep.com, click Patreon, because here in a minute, we're going to do a thing. We've sent them the link to this private Zoom thing. It's not even Zoom, it's called StreamYard, but we sent those people, the Patreons, a link to this, and we're going to invite them into our show. It's going to be just me, Reno, and one other person. And we're going to ask them some questions, and we're going to figure out the best Halloween outfit for them. you know, based on the information that they give us and their parents and what they're going for, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of girls are always like, well, I want to be sexy, but I also want to be, you know, scary. I'm like, well, you could do both. But are you doing anything for Halloween, Reno?
I don't think so, man. Well, we don't get anybody in either. We don't get kids or nobody comes. And I don't even know if are they doing Halloween?
That's a good question. I think some places are. You know what I think, Reno? I think, and I hate to say this, but I think churches killed Halloween because they have trunk or treat.
Yeah.
And now all these kids, I'm sure it's safer and it's great, but the door-to-door thing is, I mean, my neighborhood when I was a kid growing up, that was the neighborhood to come to. When I moved back home like a couple years ago, first Halloween here, I'm like, I was ready. I'm like, this is going to be great. I get to give out the candy. I can't wait to scare these kids that are coming to our. We have like 5 kids, and it was depressing. And my mom goes, well, they're all doing this trunk or treat stuff.
They are. I used to live in townhouses growing up, so I could knock out 50 houses like they were nothing. I mean, you just jump from one porch to the other. You know what I mean? Like, happy Halloween, trick or treat, and you could bear. I'd have a pillowcase full of candy. I remember the old, like, you're not as old as me, are you?
I'm 48.
Okay, yeah, I'm 1 year old. All right. You remember the masks, like, that were sharp and would, like, and are plastic, like the real thin, like, plastic Superman
It has like a
suit.
tiny little hole where you're supposed to breathe from here, and tiny little holes for your eyes, and it was a piece of plastic on your face with a rubber band
that molded to right here, and then the thing that cut off your circulation in the back of your head, and the whole outfit was only supposed to last 2 hours, and then it just like combusted, like the leg things came apart.
Right.
You remember that?
Yeah, they're disposable, huh? I feel like they were like throwaway Halloween costumes.
They were. We put them on over our jeans. You know what I mean? Like,
what's one of your favorite Halloween as a kid? Do you remember one of your favorite costumes growing up?
My favorite costume, I was probably in college.
Okay.
It was my favorite one until the next day. But I went as we had an outdoor. I went to college at Elon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
you dirty Christians.
We were fighting Christians.
Fighting dirty. Yeah, you fought dirty because you played LR.
We did. It was like that.
Yeah.
It was like, we forgive you. Like, there's nothing tough about that guy. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. I'm going to beat the shit out of you, and I'm going to apologize, and I'm sorry, but I forgive you, too.
I forgive you, and you will forgive me as I go helmet to knee. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But so for Halloween, I thought it was funny to I had just a bathrobe on, right? And then I took shaving cream and I put it all over my head, and I took my finger and made a line down the middle. And I was walking around going, you know, I really don't feel anything on this side, but this side really tingles, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, Selsun Blue.
So, yeah, and I had all that stuff in my closet. I was like, this is easy. I've gotten shaving cream and a robe, and it's an excuse to not have any clothes on. So I did it. I did it, right? And then I passed out drunk or whatever with that stuff in my hair, and I woke up the next day, and I had, like, highlights. Like the alcohol or something and being in the sun.
Oh,
and
really?
Being out, because it was like starting at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It did something to my hair where it like.
You look like Eminem before there was an Eminem.
That's right. I was the original Eminem.
Right.
Yeah.
I think my favorite, like I've got a couple as a kid. I'm going to make this long story kind of short, but my dad, I don't know where he had this sword that he's had like forever. It's a sword. Like it's like a pirate sword. It kind of has this like a Three Musketeers would have. It has a hand guard, and it kind of curves, but not like a samurai. You know what I mean? And so actually, I do remember he said he stole it from the theater in high school when he was a kid, and he's had this same sword his whole life, my whole life. It was sitting in a barrel next to our front door, like where you might put a baseball bat or golf clubs,
umbrella,
for protection,
yeah.
umbrella.
Yeah.
There was always a sword in it, and I was always fascinated by the sword. And so one year I told my dad that I wanted to be a pirate for Halloween. He's like, okay, cool. Yeah, we can do you up. We can put put a fake beard on you with some mascara and all this stuff. And I said, but Dad, I'm going to need the sword to complete the costume.
Yeah.
And he's like, no can do. Cannot give you the sword. You're too young to be that's a real sword. There's a real blade on there. You could, I said, but you don't understand. I need the sword. Otherwise, I don't want to be the pirate. And he's like, all right, well, he dulled it down. Like he dulled it really bad. And then he told me, that's cool. Promise me that you will not draw the sword. I can let you have it as decoration, but you can't pull it out. I said, you got it, Dad. And then, of course, I'm out somewhere trick-or-treating at some kid's house. And we're role playing. We're always like, like I'm a pirate and I'm standing on top of some electrical thing in someone's front yard pretending to be a pirate of a ship. And my buddy Eric is like, John, you must draw the sword. And I was like, I remember like holding the sword going, I cannot. It is forbidden from my father. Like, I was trying to stay in character, but also trying to be like, I don't want to break the rules.
Right.
And, I think I did end up drawing the sword later on, but it was a great costume.
It's that's a loving dad. First of all, your dad was extremely smart. He dulled the blade before he told you not to take it out. So he's like 50-50. The kid's going to take it out. At least I will dull it.
Right.
50, he sticks to what I said, and I didn't have to worry about it. That's a smart father. That's doing it right.
That's a good point. That is a great point. All right. Well, so I'm looking forward to Halloween, although I do like Halloween, but this year I'm going to be in Toledo, Ohio. I got a gig. I'm going to be doing the Funny Bone in Toledo on Halloween night. It's a Funny Bone, so they're always nice. But I don't like performing on Halloween because it is going to be a full moon, and I don't know what to expect. I haven't done stand-up in a minute. I'm already kind of apologizing to Toledo for what they're going to see. Because
you're going to kill it. You're going to kill it.
Have you done shows on Halloween?
Yeah.
What do you dress up?
No, I'm an adult, John. I'm also a heterosexual male.
Well, I mean, there could be a sexy Reno.
There isn't one. That's what I meant by I'm a heterosexual.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have like. There's nothing that fixes this. I'm like I'm 6 feet tall and 5'10" of it is head and torso. Like I don't. But one time this guy came in, and while I was doing the show, I kept looking at him, like trying to figure out what he was. And he had a lamp coming out of the top of his head. And then around him, he had like a table with a cloth hanging out, and there was a condom stapled to it. And I was like,
wait, okay. I want to try and guess.
Yeah, try to get it.
A lamp. So he's got a table with a lamp on it, and there's a condom on the table.
Yep.
Is the condom open? Is it a used condom, or is it like?
Yep, and the package is right there beside it, stapled on.
Oh my! Go ahead. It would take me forever to try and figure this out.
One night stand.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I'm looking at it going, what? Did he leave the rubber under the lamp on purpose? Like I'm doing my act, thinking about like, what is the thing? But he sat there the whole time with this damn thing on.
That's the
and finally I'm like, what are you? And he's like, one night stand. And I'm like, that wasn't even close.
Yeah. Oh, see, Rick Sanford III got it.
Yep.
Yeah. Jackie Betts. She knew it. Also, we're going live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We got people commenting all the time. So know this, guys. If you're a Patreon supporter, we sent you a link. Feel free to, because Alan is the director. So we got Alan Jackson directing it. Yes, we have celebrities on the show.
Yep.
Alan Jackson is going to be directing. And if we get somebody in here, what we're going to do, Reno and I are going to figure out what you should be for Halloween. That I always hate doing comedy on Halloween because of that very reason, where there's going to be distractions. There's going to be people who think I need to talk about them because of the way they've dressed. And I'm like, well, that wasn't in my head tonight. I don't have that prepared for you. And like, and without doing comedy since July or June, it's going to be tough. Oh, here we go. Jessica just said, my boyfriend and I will be there on Halloween. You'll be fine. Oh, gosh. Well, number one, thank you. I wonder what, are you guys going to dress up as a couple? Are you going to do something together? Let us know. Yeah, so Halloween, always fun. Doing stand-up on Halloween, not as fun. A guy named Jay said Reno should go as Bobby Lee and then have to explain it to Bobby Lee. I don't understand that. Why does Jay Berard? Yeah.
Should go as Bobby Lee, then have to explain it to Bobby Lee. Okay, I'll do that. Do I have to change my clothes or anything?
You just have to be naked the whole time. That's what Bobby Lee does.
Oh, is he naked the whole time?
He just gets naked all the time.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about some. I'm dressed up like Magnum Pi, and that's not even one of my favorite shows from the 80s. Reno, tell me one of your favorite TV shows from the 80s.
So I was a Love Boat Fantasy Island Dukes of Hazzard kid with some Charlie's Angels and Starsky and Hutch mixed in. Now, I don't know, and I loved Happy Days, and
yeah,
you know what I mean? I even did Joni Loves Chachi.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to let it go.
Yeah.
You know? And Dukes of Hazzard was my favorite show when I was a kid. It doesn't hold up.
No.
Like
You're right.
I tried so hard, and where I was watching it with my dad. And I was like, this show sucks. And my dad goes, no kidding. I had to watch it every single Friday night, idiot. He goes, I would try to tell you how bad it was. And you were like, it's the greatest show ever. The thing is, too, is Daisy Duke, hot, gorgeous. Everybody, perfect.
There you go.
Daisy Duke was my first love. Actually, Pam from Urban Cowboy was, but then Daisy Duke.
Wait, Pam from Urban Cowboy. Which one was Pam?
Pam was a long, dark-haired one whose dad owned the oil company. Yeah.
That is a classic,
beauty.
And Deborah Winger is hot. And then all of a sudden, then all of a sudden you see Pam, you go like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, and then she cleaned up his trailer and took, Deborah Winger cleaned up his trailer and left the note, and Pam took it and was and balled it up and acted like she cleaned it and took all the credit. Yeah. Even after that, I loved Pam. I was like, she can do that to me. Take credit for whoever you want, Pam. And I've looked her up.
Wait, what else? What else was she in? Because she's been in a lot of stuff, but I didn't know. See, I just recently watched Urban Cowboy for the first time. Like maybe like 8 months ago. For the first time in my life, I watched it because in my brain forever, I hated the movie without seeing it, and I hated it because I'm thinking John Travolta.
Yeah, I know.
A cowboy? No, I'm out. No.
Yep. And it came out right after he did the dancing movie.
Right.
So that's what my dad was like. I'm not watching John Travolta as a cowboy. Like he was dancing, and then he did that other thing where he's like doing jazzercise or whatever the hell he was doing. You can't. Yeah. And then they're like, well, he can line dance and he can, throw him in there and have him do it. But for whatever reason, as a kid, I was like, and I still love that movie.
I love it now as an adult.
Yeah, there's
Pam.
See what dude? I was like 9? I mean, tell me who doesn't look at that. I used to hump my pillows watching Charlie's Angels. And I'm not kidding.
Yeah. Oh, I believe you.
Pam was, dude, Pam.
Yeah. That movie's great. And at first, I wanted to watch it to make fun of it. I'm like, okay, I'll watch this. It'll be a goof.
Yeah.
Me and my friends will sit around together and have some drinks and make fun of this thing. And then about 15 minutes into it, I go like, this is pretty good. Did you notice that this is a weird little thing? If you haven't seen it recently, you might forget this part. I think it was Deborah Winger's character. Was that Sissy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sissy and Bud.
Every time she would pull up in that car, it never turned off right away. It knocked like 5 times.
I didn't notice
Like
that.
it happened the first time, and it went "Cocoon, cocoon, cocoon, cocoon," as she was still talking or getting out of it. And I laughed, and I go, "Did y'all hear that?" And then it happened 5 more times in the movie.
Can I tell you something, John?
Yeah,
I notice stuff like that
I do
all
too.
the time. That's the worst thing about ever being in a movie or being on television. It fake.
Yeah,
That voiceover is terrible. Like, it ruins, and now I'm ruining it for my wife, and my son's picked up on it. My son, who just loves making movies himself, that's all he does, picks it out, and I'm like, look at the blocking. Get your head up. You know what I mean?
Yes,
it ruined everything.
Yes, it does. But I love that you even mentioned that film. That's great.
Oh, I'm sorry, I got off topic.
You and I should do some movie reviews. Like, this is something that we were doing on the Country-ish podcast. We were going to we called it the Stream Team. And we're like, we're going to do reviews of movies that are streaming, since you can't go anywhere and you're trapped at home. These are things that are streaming. And that's one of them that we did. But I feel like me and you would be good at this.
Absolutely. And it'd be like this. Critics, doesn't matter. Popcorn spilled over, 99% Urban Cowboy.
Yeah,
done.
Right.
I don't care what the critics say. Some of those movies, every movie I've been in has like 9 anyway. But like, I don't care what the critic. I look right for the spilled popcorn.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, you're right. Critics, especially if it's anything to do, you'll probably notice this too. Anything to do with sports, critics are like, nah, because they didn't play sports. They're stupid nerds.
That's right. They didn't.
like Rudy. It might be one of the best films ever.
Oh,
but on like Rotten Tomatoes, it's like the critics, they go, I get it.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, every baseball movie, sports movies are the only movies I cry during.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Field of Dreams, I could watch that right now and I'd tear up at the end of it. When he's playing catch with his dad and the whole thing.
Yeah.
Any baseball movie, and Kevin Costner can do a good baseball movie.
Yeah.
Love him. Any sports movie.
Yeah.
And you're right. The critics always. What do you think the best sports movie of the 80s was?
Well, Rudy was early 90s, wasn't it?
I will throw Rudy in there. What about Hoosiers?
Yes. Okay, it's got to be Hoosiers.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Yeah. And I bet you the critics didn't like it at all.
They probably didn't. Hoosiers.
Alan, the Alan Jackson. I know you're busy back there. Maybe look up Rotten Tomatoes Hoosiers and see what the critics gave it versus what the audience gave it. I'm curious now.
Yeah.
So here's what I watched, the 80s TV shows that I liked, right? Of course, I'm glad we talked about Dukes of Hazzard. I'm glad we both agree that it sucks now.
Yeah, it does.
But you have to be 12 or 13 to like that show, because it's like a cartoon. You're watching a cartoon, and everyone's characters are cartoonish.
Well, we couldn't drive at that time. All we'd done is ridden. So all of a sudden, it's like when I drive, I'm jumping the pond too, and I'm gonna have one of my buddies hang out with a bow and arrow and fire an arrow and fire and blow up the bridge, and the cops will never catch me. And then you get to be 16, and you're like, none of that is even feasible.
I liked. Here's 2 of my favorites. Greatest American Hero.
Love that show.
Oh, you know what I love about that show? Is that it was this goofball, blonde-headed, surfer-looking kind of dude who just there he is.
Yeah.
He just stumbled upon an outfit. I forgot how he found it.
It was like in the desert, wasn't it?
And he didn't know how, I didn't get the instructions with it, so I'll just have to figure it out.
Hammering into buildings.
He could never fly correctly. He could never land correctly. He always
tripped and flew. Believe it or not,
I'm walking on air.
I never thought I could be so free. Yeah, dude.
We need to have a Greatest American Hero marathon one night.
Yeah.
I love that show, and I also loved, and I bet you this got trashed by critics, Perfect Strangers. Remember Balki?
Yeah.
See, I love that dude.
I couldn't take it. I could not take it.
What? Okay, wait. How old are you?
49.
So you're only a year older than me. So we should both be on, similar,
Dude,
like ages on this. So it came out. You were the same age as me. What did you not like about it?
the foreign guy, the guy that
But that's
pretended
the
to be
best
foreign.
part.
Oh, that laugh! Wasn't he that? Didn't he have like a?
I don't know, but I
He had
loved
a
it because
weird laugh.
he had a weird way of talking. You didn't know his foreign accent was so weird that you could not really even tell where he was from. Like he made up some weird way of talking.
He was Mork without the outfit.
Right. He was Mork.
Yeah.
Oh, he's from the island of Perfect Strangers. He was from the island of Meatpuss, whatever that is.
Yeah,
That's what someone's saying.
sounds.
But
dirty.
as a kid, I loved it. Now I'm curious if I watched it now,
Oh,
if I would like it.
no way.
It's on Hulu. Says
It
Samantha
is on
Dawn Kingston.
Hulu?
That's what people are saying. We should.
Yeah,
All right, so we agree on Dukes of Hazzard sucking, and
Yes.
we agree on Greatest
Greatest American
Hero.
Hero was awesome. And then I just can't do Perfect Strangers.
Yeah.
I can't. It just. You're right. Maybe that's what bothered me is you never knew. They just made up an island because he couldn't get the accent right. You know? Oh, you couldn't even have that show on. That's like dirty TV now. You know
what?
They're
Now
making fun of whatever.
Yeah.
People from Meatros. You can't make fun of Meatros. You know what those people have survived. You know.
Now I'm thinking, I wonder if this was like, did he kind of steal a Yakov Smirnoff thing? Because Yakov Smirnoff's whole thing was like, I come to America, in my country we do this, over here you do, and it's a lot of the same like fish out of water jokes. I'm wondering if like they said like, well, it was like a Yakov Smirnoff show that somehow fell through the cracks, and they go like, let's get this dude.
He ripped off Yakov. He did. Dude,
he ripped off Yakov.
I didn't mean that. You know.
No, but he did.
Can I tell you a funny story?
Please.
I'm sorry. It's off
No.
topic.
This is what I want.
All right. So when I was doing the show and we traveled, I was hosting it. We traveled with 7 families, all of Route 66. It was called Great American Road Trip. It was like a summer show on NBC, right?
Okay.
So we had to stop. We had to stop in Branson.
Yes.
And at each place along Route 66, the families would stop and compete at like a national landmark or whatever. And Branson fell onto it. So they stopped at the Welk Theater in Branson, Missouri. So all the families are doing this competition, American Idol style. And it was supposed to be like American Idol. And they'd go up and do their thing. And there were 3 judges. And the judges were the mayor of Branson, Yakov Smirnoff, and Andy Williams.
Okay.
Right? So you know how it is when you're doing a show, it takes forever. Like it just keeps going and going. And they're like, bring us back from commercial and send us out, bring us back. So I got bored and I'm a comedian. There was nothing fun. So every time I'd come back from commercial, I'd look at the judges. I'd be like, all right, welcome back, America. Andy, Yakov the mayor. We're going to come right. And I'd go in.
Yakov the mayor.
Yeah. And I'm like, the mayor, Yakov, Andy, let's go ahead and go to the. Dude, after like a 12-hour day, this little Irish sound guy is pissing his pants laughing. And the producer's like, what are you laughing at? And he's like, oh, God, every time we come back, Reno's like, Andy Yakov, the mayor, and the mayor. And she's like, damn it. I had to do them all over again. I had to do an empty theater, be back up there and do every single one of them because I couldn't sit there for 8 hours and not say Andy Yakov, the mayor. All right. Anyway, I'm sorry. We were talking
No. Now I have to. First of all, great job. Number 2, so basically the guy who was getting the joke accidentally threw you under the bus because he was laughing so hard because he got it.
He got it the whole time.
He got it
all afternoon, and then he was going back listening again.
Yeah,
to see what to pick up on the sound, and then they were watching it, and you could just see me stand up like, all right, and they get in the back and they're watching it on the camera thing or whatever just to go through and make sure they got it, and I'm going, welcome back, Andy Yakov the mayor. Let's say that we.
But see, I feel like if they didn't get it the first time. Then that should be allowed through a loophole. I would have been like, he's technically not saying
right
what we what that guy's laughing at. He's saying their names. It's a clever way of getting a jack-off joke in there.
It is, but that's exactly what happened. It snowballed as I felt that no one was picking up. Like it started off as like Andy Yakov the mayor, and then it turned into like Andy Yakov the mayor. Like it just grew and grew until I couldn't.
Oh, that is brilliant, dude. Oh, I wish I could have seen that. What was that show called?
Yeah, I wish it was called Great American Road Trip, and nobody else saw it either, so don't feel bad.
Okay.
If you want a show to get on the air for one season and get canceled, I'm your guy. I can shut it down.
Listen, me and you have a lot in common. I had a show called Are You Faster Than a Redneck? #1 show on the Speed Network. Not only did it get canceled, the network no longer exists. It's called Fox Sports 1 now. I had another one called Hillbilly Handbook or some shit. Just one episode on Nat Geo. Gone. Yeah. Sure. A lot of work for nothing. People are weighing in for other great shows from the 80s. Battle of the Network. What about Alf? Did you like Alf?
Alf was You were about to say Battle of the Network Stars.
Yes.
Freaking loved it.
Yes.
That Mark Harmon dude was fast as hell. He cheated kind of because he played football at UCLA, but he used to smoke everybody. But you know what I love the most? Tootie. Remember Tootie running? Tootie be hauling, just and I'm like, yeah,
get it, Tootie.
Get it, Tootie.
I love Tootie.
Keep running. Man. Oh, Tootie's hot.
Tootie's hot. Yeah. So, what's one of your '80s crushes? Like back in the '80s, doesn't have to be TV. It could be movies, music. Give me a girl
Farrah Fawcett. I had the poster and the whole thing. I wanted to be $6 Million Man when he was dating her. I used to draw on magic marker on the bionics on my wrists, and you know what I mean.
It's hard to beat Farrah Fawcett from the '80s, so
dude. Who's ever been hotter than Farrah Fawcett?
I don't get it.
Nobody.
Man. That's not fair. And look at her right there in this picture. Her jaw, it's kind of her whole face looks more square, which typically isn't like a hot feature, but somehow she made it work.
I get the two to me. Dolly Parton and Farrah Fawcett and Pam were probably my biggest loves.
Okay.
As far as
I get all of that. Mine, Dolly Parton, yes. I'm gonna give you Olivia Newton-John.
Oh yeah. Ugh.
That's a good one. I'm gonna give you Debbie Gibson. I know it's stupid, but I liked her songs when I was that age. Again, we're talking about in the 80s, dude. I was a teenager.
Are you sure Heffron's sick?
I think he just quit the show.
Debbie Gibson?
Yes, Debbie Gibson. Debbie Gibson was cute. She had a cute little high-pitched voice. You didn't like Debbie Gibson? What about Tiffany?
Well, that's the same person, pretty much.
Yeah, there's a blonde and a red. They're the same human being.
They both sing in the mall. I think.
Come on, man. Look at that.
Cute. Yes. Okay. All right. Yes. She's very cute.
Mm-hmm.
I hope she was over 18 in that picture. She is very cute. I don't want to say that. She's 13, asshole.
Yeah, well.
She's cute.
Okay. All right. The Alan Jackson. Is there anyone from our Patreon that's waiting in the wings? Rick Sanford? Okay. Let's get Rick Sanford in here. And Reno, you and I are going to ask Rick some questions. And we're going to try and nail down what he should be for Halloween. Bring him on in, the Alan Jackson. Do you have a bumper you want to play beforehand? I know Heffron loves these bumper things. These Beautiful. All right, joining us now. Yeah, get him in the middle there. Joining us now. I love this dude. I got to tell you, he is not just a supporter of the podcast. He's also a good human being. He's seen me live in Virginia Beach. He's come to Hickory because I had a yard sale for the Countryish podcast. We did a yard sale of all these items that we had bought at a Goodwill that we exchanged on the show. I thought, we got a lot left over. Let's do a yard sale. He shows up from Virginia. Love him. What happened?
Hi. So I'm not Rick Sanford. Just going and clear the air here. It looks like he's having some trouble connecting. So he's in the room, but if I get him on here, I'll pop him on.
Okay. Well, we can keep talking. And go. All right. So should we promote anything in between us? We got dates. Have we talked about that on the show yet? Our dates. I know we talked beforehand.
Yeah. December 18th. Is that right? At the Walhalla Theater?
I believe you are correct. December.
And we've already sold a bunch of tickets, dude. The tickets were going fast.
This is crazy.
I know. It's right outside Greenville, South Carolina, in a town called Walhalla. And the theater is supposed to be really cool.
Where else have I heard Walhalla? There's a more famous one than
Viking Heaven? I don't know.
Is that, have you heard it before?
No, that's Valhalla.
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 Yeah. Well, we're going to be there. Me and you
Yeah.
are doing stand-up comedy. We've not even talked about the logistics yet. Hang on. Alan is telling me something. Hey, Rick, having trouble connecting. Okay. We haven't talked about the logistics of this yet. Are we doing a coin toss about who's going first, who's going last? Because I don't want to follow you.
I don't want to follow
No,
you.
I know. We're both hilarious, and we don't want to follow the other one. But someone's going to have to do it.
What if we go 2020, 2020, 2020?
Right. What if we get? Maybe we. I would love to work on something with you, like you and Chicken used to do on stage together. We should come up with
Absolutely.
something. Yeah.
We could do, you know what's fun? And I did it with, I'm not trying to, but when I was out with Foxworthy and Cable Guy and Ingval,
yeah,
we did questions from the audience, and they're fun, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you get some stuff and we can go off on it. And those were big arena. I mean, it's 20,000 people. So it was weird. You don't know where anybody is. And it was kind of, quite honestly, I made a lot of them up because I didn't go get them. But they were great questions.
Yeah.
But we could get them from people in the crowd.
Yeah.
And it's fun, man.
Yeah, we could do that before, like even have are we going to have an MC? You think we should get somebody to like host it?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get a host. He'll come out and do 10, whatever. And then we'll have that guy say, oh, by the way, think of a question. Because at the end, they're going to do a Q&A.
And then we'll have the MC walk around the crowd with a mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Do 2 sets and then questions, says Jay Berard. Why is the A capitalized? Am I supposed to say that Jay Berard? Berard? Are you saying that the A? Yeah, I'm confused by that. You know, I go live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. I got all of them because I feel like I'm just trying to keep up, you know. Yeah. And every time I go live on Instagram, I don't know what it is with Instagram. People's names. Like, I believe you have your name. You are Reno Collier, right? Yeah. So if you were to pop up as I'm going live, I would see the name Reno Collier. On Instagram, I see like, you know, JapperSam17_49 says. Right. I'm like, why can't we just use our names? Or you put a normal thing at the end of it. I don't get this stuff.
Or a bunch of weird asterisk or whatever.
Yeah.
Something.
Alan is talking to Rick Sanford III. You're having trouble connecting. Let me know if you can get a mic or okay. Crap, stand by. Rick is saying stand by. Got it. I'm navigating. I see things. Jay says
his answer is so honest.
No idea, Slim. It's saved somewhere in my phone like that. When I find it, I'll change it. No, it's fine. I just didn't know. Like there's MacDonald, and then there's the M, the tiny C, and then the big D again. Yeah. Like I didn't know if this was a version of that. So I'm asking. I'm asking honestly. So you just typed it in that way and it's stuck.
Haven't you done that though? Like you're typing and one letter is capital and you're like, who cares?
Yeah, I didn't go back and fixing that. Not for this person.
Yeah, that's right. I am Berard. You're damn right.
Berard! Yeah. I love it. All right. Well, let's talk about more 80s stuff.
All right, so we're talking about crushes. Debbie Gibson.
Yeah. Tiffany. Of course, Dolly Parton. Of course, Olivia Newton-John. Yes, go.
I don't know her name, but that chick that used to get on the hood of the car and she's like, she's
Tony
my
Katane!
cherry pie. Yeah. There you go.
Yes, Tony Katane. Well, that was White Snake that you're thinking of. Here I go again on my own.
That's right.
One of the best all-time hotties.
Wasn't Cherry Pie that too, though? Wasn't she on the hood of the car?
Was that the same girl? Can't be. Hang on. I got this.
Who is the one that Sam Kinison?
Oh, that's...
All
okay. All right. So this is Tony Katane that we're looking at right now.
Okay. And
is
then
that what you're thinking of?
Girl, no, but that is right there with it. Can you put that back up again? And then take me off?
Yeah, yak him off. Yak off him. Oh, I got to tell you my yak off thing. I was going to tell you. I forgot I was going to do that. So for those of you who don't know, Yakov Smirnoff, great comedian from the 80s. He's from Russia, came over here. His whole thing was like, I don't know, I come here and the country, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, what
so his whole thing was, his tag was, what a country.
What a country.
So years later, a friend of mine was hired to help him write a new hour special. And Yakov had just gotten divorced. And he wanted to talk about, like, he wanted to get real, like, you know, this girl this girl this, and this girl this. And my friend said, I got it. And he wrote him a whole thing. And it was just called, What a Cunt.
Yeah. Well, I heard that. And that he was doing a show. I'm not going to mention the actress, but he and another actress were doing a show, and it was called What a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was right there.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you're in Branson, you don't want to burn the Christian crowd by saying
especially at the Pancake House. You know? Like,
right.
Hey,
right.
What a country, and what a pancake, and what a bitch.
I've never met him.
Super nice.
But I know... You've met him?
Yeah. I met him before the show. He and Andy Williams and the mayor.
Oh, shit. Of course you met him. Of course
No. But he was so nice. And he, like... Andy Williams... you know, did Christmas specials forever. You remember Andy Williams? He's before our time, but he lingered into like when we were.
What does he
six.
do? What does he?
He was a singer. Andy Williams was a singer.
Okay.
And a very hugely famous singer in like the 50s and stuff. And then he hosted a Christmas special every year on NBC or network TV.
As you're talking, I'm looking him up.
Yeah. And he was the sweetest. He used to hang out with Sinatra. I mean, he was like, yeah, that's him.
Wait a minute. I've seen this guy. He was in the second Poltergeist. I know who that is. He said his famous hit was "Let Me In."
Dude, he was so cool. That is a jacked up picture. There's pictures of him.
I'm happy you pulled that.
Like a denture commercial. He was so nice and so sweet, and he had great stories, man. Those old timer guys. Like Roy Clark and those guys, they have the best.
You know what we should have done, Reno, was showed images of us from Larry the Cable Guy's Hula Palooza Christmas special.
Yeah.
We both were dressed like females at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were.
I was his sister, and I was in Daisy Dukes with high heels, and I've never walked in high heels. You know what I mean? Like. And I was like 260 pounds, like hanging over the top of the shorts and walking in those freaking hills. You
had big boobs, and I remember 2 Foot Fred was there.
He was my baby.
Yeah,
or not my baby, but he was playing a baby, but he had a goatee.
And I remember backstage was the funniest part to me because we were laughing at each other, making these jokes that would not air on CMT.
Right.
And I remember I think you leaned down to 2 Foot Fred, or maybe he grabbed your boob
and
he pretended to breastfeed.
Yeah. And I was holding his head.
Yeah. And he goes, tastes like beer.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I was like, why wasn't that in the show?
That is so funny. That guy, 2 Foot Fred's hilarious, man.
Did they have a falling out? I mean, because I know 2 Foot Fred was doing stuff with Big and Rich too, I believe.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, 2 Foot Fred, he had come to LA once or twice just to hang out, and I've had dinner with him, and I know he had a lot going on that it just kind of like just went away. I don't know if it's COVID related or what.
I don't know either. He was out with Big and Rich forever.
Yeah.
He was like in all their old music videos and stuff, and he's a sweet guy, except he gets hammered. I had to hold him up to pee in a urinal at a St. Patrick's Day thing. Like, I'm literally holding him like this while he's peeing. He's like, don't tell anybody about this. Like, go, buddy, go.
Hang on.
He's
I'm gonna
fun,
do something.
man.
Let me turn this up. Let's see if you can hear this. Let me see if you can hear this.
Where do I begin?
Andy Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a love story by Andy Williams. Okay, I know that guy.
Yeah.
I feel like that should be playing as you're holding 2-foot Fred trying
It
to pee.
should.
Yeah, 2-foot.
There he is.
Oh, that's a
smooth
better
look.
picture. The sound. Andy, the Andy Williams Sound of Music. Oh, so wait, did they rip him off?
It's a play on words, I believe. I'm too blind to see what any of the songs were, but
Oh, he's a good-looking dude.
yeah, he's a pimp, dude. I don't think he has a shirt on in that pic either.
His teeth, by the way, because you said something about dentures,
Yeah.
are the same in this picture as they were the old picture. So I believe those might be his real teeth.
That's how they used to do it back then. You'd get them new when
said-
you were like 30. You get brand new ones.
Yeah.
Just keep them. Doesn't he, even that, his smile's so perfect, it's like fixing it.
Yeah,
Like,
if
look at
that
his
guy
face.
told me, if that guy knocked on my front door and tried to sell me some stupid Amway product, I'd buy all of it.
Yeah. No
Like, he
shirt
looks
on. those
trusting.
teeth. Yeah.
Like, he looks wise and safe. I feel
Yeah.
safe with that guy.
Here, can you put his face back up, Alan? All right, look at his face. Now listen. Hey, I'm Andy Williams. What do you say you let me lean in and give you a smooch with my bright, shiny dentures? Doesn't he?
Yes. And then at the end, he'd tell me that about reverse. Let me in. Let me talk to you about reverse mortgages.
Have you bought gold?
Yes. Silver's where it's at, by the way. Have you seen the silver commercials? I love those.
That dude from Knots Landing. I trust the United States military in silver.
Silver.
Then it's gold.
Yeah.
And then it's silver. And then the gold tanks and the market goes up. He's
Dude,
like,
Reno, we got to make spoof commercials about it. But you and I sell like pewter.
oh, hell
Like, it's
yeah.
the worst metal. We'll look up the chart. Whatever the dumbest, cheapest metal is.
Yeah, and most
We're going to be the
dangerous.
guy.
Yeah. Mercury. Have you tasted mercury?
When's the last time you gargled mercury?
You ever have just a big swig of mercury to get your day going?
Not only do we gargle mercury, but it's an investment for our future, for our kids.
You ever break a thermometer off while you're...
We need to make mercury commercials.
Dude,
man.
I would do it in a heartbeat. I love it.
All right, and let me go back to Alan for 1 second. The Alan Jackson, can you pop in here and talk to me real quick? I want to see what's happening.
Sure.
Are we having? Is anyone wanting to?
No,
chat?
we got two people in the chat ready to hop in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, bring us one, and let's. Me and Reno will tell them what they should be for Halloween.
Thank you, Alan.
Let me go back to Alan for 1 second. The Alan Jackson.
Hello, Brenda.
Brenda, I need you to hit mute on whatever it is you're listening to.
No, we got.
I don't know what it is.
Ready to hop on. Oh, okay. Yeah. We'll bring us one. And me and Reno will tell them what they should be for Halloween.
Reno, you hear that, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay.
Let me go back to Alan for 1 second. The Alan Jackson. Hello.
All right. So, Alan, it's either us or Brenda.
Whatever it
It's
is you're
not me. I don't have anything else on.
listening. Okay.
I've been listening to it.
Can I interest you in some reverse mortgages, Brenda?
No.
Hear that, right?
Brenda, do you know Andy Williams?
For 1 second.
Do you remember Andy Williams?
Alan, mute her. Okay. And then Alan, come back in here, and then let's talk about what just happened.
Let me talk to Brendan and see if we can figure out there what's going on there.
All right.
So bring him in. I'm going to throw in somebody else here. There, hold on.
All right. Okay. All right. Cool. Rick Sanford III, how are you?
What's going on, gentlemen? How are y'all?
Hey, Rick, how's it going, bud?
Now, see, Rick sounds great, so it's not us. That was Brenda's fault.
So I fixed the camera problem. I got a bigger hammer.
Right.
So Rick, do you know Reno? I mean, Reno, have you, look, let me tell you this. Rick has seen me and Heffron separately at the Virginia Beach, I believe, Funny Bone or Richmond Funny Bone.
I've seen you at Richmond 3 times. I've seen Heffron there twice and twice in DC.
Okay.
Rick,
now we got to get him onto
man.
some. We got to get Rick onto some Reno love because Rick. I don't know if you've ever seen Reno live. One of the funniest guys ever, and I'm worried about doing shows with him because I don't want to go last. I want him to go last. That's how good he is, Rick Sanford III.
Dude, I'm more scared than you are about that. But Rick, I would love to have somebody who came to my town to help me out like you did. Did you go to Hickory?
Oh yeah, it was great.
You're the man, dude.
Yeah.
I have
came
nobody
down.
like that. I need you, Rick. I got nobody that does stuff like that for me. I have people that like yell stuff at when they drive by. Hey, mother, you know.
Rick also sends
people like you.
Rick also sends in like interstitials. Like he has the closing bit for our show, Heffron and Reep. He when we came and did the yard sale, he brought his own items. These NASCAR cars. I think they're model cars. Rick, can you tell Reno about the NASCAR cars?
Well, at some point back between the late 80s, early 90s, it became really popular for the teams to make like 18th scale steel cars of their racers to sell. So I acquired, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 of them, and I don't use them. They're just sitting in a box collecting dust. And I'm like, you know what? He's in Hickory. It's close to Charlotte. There's got to be some NASCAR fans. They can have them and make whatever money they can make off of them.
Yeah, and so he gave us like 8 of these things, and we have them here. And you're right, Rick. There's the Hickory Motor Speedway's right here, so I will use those eventually. So thank you.
I've got an Earnhardt one.
Do you really?
Yeah.
We've got. I
saved
look at
it.
in a minute.
It's still in the box. Like I was a baseball card junkie as a kid, so when I see stuff like that's unopened, I always try to keep it unopened. Anyway.
Did you? So you didn't even open it?
No, I won't.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I wish I'd have done that with my Star Wars figures.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh, look at here.
There you go.
The McQueen Bullet, dude. Oh, it's not
That's
open.
Cool. Unopened.
Wow. Is that an original, Rick?
That is. So is this.
Speed Racer.
Oh, hell yeah.
Speed Racer, go! Dude, that's where I kind of fell in love, but I started loving Japanese cartoons, because of Speed Racer. Wasn't that like a foreign, like that was a Japanese, their version of what we would be if we were, speed racers, I guess. But
it was dubbed when it came to the United States.
They what?
They dubbed it when it came to the United States.
Yeah. That's what I mean. But you couldn't tell. But okay, Rick, let's do this. You got me. You got Reno Collier. Tell us what you think you should be for Halloween. Do you have any questions? I know you're probably not doing anything for Halloween because, like Reno said, you're a heterosexual male. Reno was making fun of me earlier that I like to dress up. I like to have fun. But what are your plans, Rick, for Halloween? What are you doing?
I have no idea. I'm turning 50. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Happy birthday almost.
Wait,
That is my birthday is Halloween.
Oh, heck yeah. Wait a minute.
I'm going to be honest. I started to hate Halloween by the time I turned 13 because when you grow up with black and orange cakes decorating like cemeteries, you kind of get over it really quick.
Yeah.
And
So
of
your
course,
plans
like,
are...
were you a trick or a treat?
Yeah.
And I'd always sit there and like, well, piss me off and find out.
Oh, yeah, Reno, he's a big guy, too. He's 6'5"?
6'5".
6'5". His hands...
380.
I wish you could have seen me. Is there a picture? Good Lord.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right, so we got this. He's got a good voice. I feel like he could be a good Shaquille O'Neal if you wanted to be. Like if you wanted to just get the Orlando. Like I'd go old school Shaquille. I'd put Rick Sanford in a Orlando Magic with short shorts. I think you could be a good Shaquille O'Neal. Maybe Barry White.
6'5".
6'5".
Dude, you could be whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your favorite show as a kid?
Oh, let's see. It would probably have to have been The Fall Guy.
Oh, dude, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
I always thought he had the coolest job as a stuntman and solving crimes, driving a really cool truck, hanging out with cool people.
Wow. And
All right.
Who's the girl? I forgot her. She's hot.
Isn't she married to Clint Black?
Oh, no. I
think
forgot
she
who
is.
she was.
He's
Okay.
married to the
That's
girl.
Heather Locklear, isn't it?
Is that Heather Locklear?
He's not married to Heather Locklear,
No.
but that might have been Heather Locklear. I
It's
don't
either
know.
Heather Locklear or Heather Thomas.
Yeah, I think it's Heather Thomas.
Heather Thomas. That's what it was.
Yeah. All right, so your favorite show is The Fall Guy. What's your favorite band from the 80s?
Duran Duran.
I didn't see that coming.
I didn't see
gotta
that
be
coming
honest,
either.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
All right.
Duran. Okay. Fall Guy.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, so far you're a stuntman bodyguard for Duran Duran is what I'm trying to get to.
Oh, yeah.
And it'd be something really odd that no one would be able to figure out.
Oh, no. Okay, wait. I got something. This could be good. Like if you had to go to a Halloween party, Rick Sanford, and you had to dress up. You know, I'm just saying, I know you're not going to, but let's just say you got dragged to something. And they said, well, yeah, you got to dress up. This is great. Just put on a nice black suit and then get one of those earpieces and just stick it in your ear.
There you go.
And
Just
just,
stand by the front door.
yeah. Just,
That's perfect.
yeah. and
if
you could be
anybody
anybody's
asks you-
bodyguard the whole night. You're like, well, I'm this guy's bodyguard. Who again? Well, my wife over here. I'm her bodyguard. You know, whatever she is.
Or anybody you walk up to, just say you're their bodyguard. Hey, I'm your bodyguard.
Or better yet, stand outside on the front porch with a clipboard, and as people walk up, you know,
Oh,
stand up, we
done.
check-
You're
Yeah,
not on the list.
Yeah, you get no candy.
That's perfect. Yeah, you could decide.
You can even set up like with a rope and make the kids get in line and come in front like they're getting into a club. Dude, that's brilliant.
the Halloween
yeah.
bouncer.
Yeah,
Halloween bouncer. That's it. We nailed it.
we nailed it.
All right. Well, happy Halloween, Rick Sanford III, and happy birthday.
Hey,
Yeah,
Rick,
the big 5 of those coming.
I live in Murfreesboro. If you feel like making a trip and coming over and helping me with anything, maybe just beat the hell out of my neighbor who won't let their dog stay in my yard.
Yeah, I want Rick to see Reno do stand up. That's what I want to happen.
Do you live in Richmond?
I do. I live 23 miles southeast of Richmond.
And where?
Do you know where Fort Lee, Virginia is?
Yeah.
It's my back door.
Okay. My mom lives in Richmond. That's why I was asking you. And she used to.
Oh,
we used to
that's yours?
my mom does, yeah. And she used to live. Yes, that's my mom. You know what, Rick? Why don't you come over here? My mom's gonna whip your ass.
Oh yeah, Reno's got a big mom.
I'll send her over to you now. She's actually watching this. I love you, Mom.
I love you too, Miss Collier.
She used to live over by Hanover Avenue, and Halloween in Richmond, John, is off the charts with
Really?
people decorating. Yeah, there's these old like shotgun houses that go all through this area, and they decorate like across the streets, and it starts at
Wow.
like 4:00, and people, it's crazy. The news covers it. It's really, Richmond used to blow it out for Halloween. I don't know about now, but
Well, you know who else blows it out for Halloween? And I didn't even know this, but for whatever reason, Hawaii really loves, like it's bigger over there. And Los Angeles too. It's weird. Like, you know, I lived out there for 18 years, and then like Halloween is their Christmas. Like they put
Yeah.
more effort into Halloween than they do Christmas. LA's a ghost town. Everyone goes home to be with their family.
Yeah.
But Halloween, it's like you see adults walking around, drinking wine, trick or treating, inviting each other to their houses. It's really fun. But okay, Rick, how do we get Rick to see Reno do stand up? How do we make this happen?
Dude, the closest I'm going to be is Raleigh. November 5th through the 7th. Then it's like Arkansas, Indiana, Detroit.
Yeah, how have you never made it to Richmond?
I have. I've been there a bunch, man. I used to go there. I toured with Larry the Cable Guy for like 12 years. So we do the Landmark and
Reno
that
was
other theater.
Big theaters with Larry, so he didn't hit the clubs there for a little bit, right? Not as much because you were doing that stuff, right?
Yeah, and then I did, and I have done the Richmond Funny Bone out in Short Pump.
Yeah,
a few times. Yeah, but it's
Short Pump.
I always try to do it so I could see my mom. You know what I mean? And they could come and all, So I tried to work it around getting to visit with family, and I have family in Crozet, Virginia.
I just drove through there over the weekend. That's funny.
Yeah.
Small world,
I went to
man.
military. I got sent to military school in Waynesboro, Virginia, at Fishburne Military School.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, for 4 years.
You were in military school?
Yeah, 9th through 12th grade. I lived there.
Whoa.
I don't want to talk about it.
Dude, have you seen the movie Taps?
Yeah.
They filmed that here in Virginia.
Oh, really?
I thought it was Valley Forge.
No, they filmed. Is that the one with the? Who was in that?
It's a military school. You had Tom Cruise. You had yeah,
they filmed some of that in Virginia.
Well, there was another one they filmed at Miller School. Do you remember Miller School? It may have shut down, but that's in Virginia also. And they filmed a movie called like Toy Soldiers or
that's the one.
Yeah. They filmed all that in Virginia.
That had Will Wheaton.
Yeah.
Yes. No, Taps was you had George C. Scott, Timothy Hutton, Tom Cruise, Sean Penn.
Yeah.
It's about a bunch of kids in a military. That was a kids. In 1981, military kids took over the military school, and one of my favorite movies as a kid made me want to go to a military school. And my dad was this close to going you want to go? By God, I'll send you. So I'm probably happy I did not. Yeah, I'm sure it's not.
Well, here's the question. Did either of you guys ever go to summer camp?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Were you disappointed it was not like Meatballs?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't go to that kind of summer camp. I went to like a Boy Scout summer camp. I was in the Boy Scouts, and it was, of course, disappointed it wasn't like Meatballs, and there's no chicks, so that sucked.
I went to church camp.
What'd you say, Reno?
I said I always went to church camp, and he said that he asked you if you filed a claim.
No, but I've seen those commercials. They're everywhere now.
They are. I didn't know the Boy Scouts. Lawyers, though, they see one thing, and I don't want to say pounce on it. That's a bad, but they see one avenue to get money, and they just freaking blah.
Man, I've been seeing I'm glad you brought it up, Rick. I've been seeing all these Boy Scout lawsuit things. There's like a whole channel about it. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, no one, what's wrong with me? I thought I was a good looking kid. No one hit on me. I was a little offended. They had plenty of chances. What happened? So, yeah. All right,
Are
so
I'm because you weren't molested?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. What? Come on. I'm not chopped liver over here. I'm reading Alan's comments in a private chat. We're trying to figure out if Brenda can figure out her thing. He says we can get you in just a minute if you want to hang on. Okay. All right, Rick, we're going to try and get Brenda back in here. I appreciate you, man. Don't worry. You're going to be the guy who closes the show.
All right, you guys have a great time. I had a good time. Take care.
Thanks, you too, Rick. Good to meet you.
Take it easy, buddy.
You too, buddy.
All righty. Yeah, Rick's great.
Awesome.
Good people, and he's got a great laugh. If he had been quiet long enough and let him really roar his laugh out, you would have loved that. Okay, Alan, can you give us Brenda?
I cannot compare to that.
Yes, you can.
Well, Brenda, I'm glad we got your audio figured out. Good to have you. Where are you right now?
It was on my end because I had Facebook running too.
I know. Where are you right now, Brenda?
I'm home.
And where's that?
Oh, it's in Maryland, not Michigan. It's in Maryland.
She's in Maryland. Okay.
Where in Maryland are you?
Right outside of Glen Burnie, Maryland.
Okay.
In
So
between
like
Glen Burnie
DC.
and Annapolis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm the Ram's Head.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, it's a small place.
Reno,
called-
Brenda has also, she's probably one of my biggest fans. She has been on my cruise. She's seen me in Maryland one day, and then maybe 2 days later at a gig in Florida, she was there.
Brenda, John, how do you have these people? Nobody.
I don't know.
I have people like I saw you at the Funny Bone in Columbus, and then I saw you at the Funny Bone in Columbus. Like, I don't have anybody that like transfers from Maryland the next day, flies to Florida.
You have to ask Brenda about that.
Brenda,
can
what
you?
is it?
I'm lucky enough that I have family and friends that live just about everywhere. So it's easy for me. And I was going to a graduation that weekend, so I just took an extra day to stop and see the show there.
How sweet.
Yeah, and then she came to the yard sale. She came to episode of Hickory Live that we did.
Yeah,
she's always supported me, so I got nothing but love for Brenda. But let's talk about Halloween, Brenda. What do you think? What are you doing for Halloween? Do you have any plans?
No, I really don't do much for Halloween or whatever. If I had to pick a costume, it'd be something from the 50s to bring all that back. The Flash.
Okay, let's pose this question. Let's say you have to dress up for Halloween.
Oh gosh.
So you said just now you want to do something from the 50s, right?
Yeah, the 50s with the,
Do you have a leather jacket?
I really don't have one, but I know someone who does. I can borrow theirs.
Is it black?
Kind of brown, more brown than black.
Okay. Do you know? Hang on. Sorry. Do you know who Andy Williams is?
Oh yes.
See?
Yeah.
All right. Wait, Reno, was Andy Williams kind of big in the 50s?
Yes.
Okay.
He's been big for a long time.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. We're going 50s now. We're going.
Oh my
All right.
gosh.
When did they have those dresses that poofed out that had a lot of frill underneath them? Sometimes they'd have a dog on it or something.
A moo or something.
Yeah.
Aren't they called a moo?
No.
Yeah, they're for the moo.
I thought that was the skirt.
They were in the 50s, I believe.
Wait a second. What's that called? The dress I'm talking about, Brenda. You know what I'm talking about. It's not a moo-moo.
It is.
It's not a moo.
All right. So,
Type of outfit.
yeah, like a sock hop.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can think of.
It's called a poodle skirt.
That's it.
Oh, it's a moo.
No, a moo-moo, Reno, I'm telling you, a moo-moo is like an old nightgown. It's just something you wear at night it's like an old person nightie.
Alan, look up what a moo is.
Oh, damn it.
People do wear them outside, though, for sure.
But it is. So, Brenda, you agree with him that it's like a robe?
The moo?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it's like a one-piece elephant cover. That's what Rick Sanford III is saying. Yeah, it's just one gigantic. It's like a poncho you wear at night. All right.
I've used that word wrong so many times.
Oh,
that's
wait.
a moo?
That's not a moo-moo. That's a hot moo-moo. Okay.
What
All
is that?
Well,
Look at my head like that. What is that?
I'm trying
Can
to
you
look
see it?
around it. Well, what's behind her?
What's underneath? Sorry, Brenda. I'm sorry, Brenda.
Hey, that's okay.
All right, so Brenda, you want a 50s themed costume.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Maybe something with a poodle skirt.
Right.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
Yeah. There we go. That's a poodle skirt. Now, did you like the movie Grease?
I did.
Maybe you remember the bad girls in Grease?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was Pinky, I think one of them. Were they the Pinkies?
No.
You know,
Was
were
it?
they yeah.
No, Pinky Tuscadero. That was from Happy Days. Never mind. They were the pinkies. I think you're right. Pinky. They had pink jackets anyway.
Right. They were the girls who liked the good looking, the healthy boys, and then there are girls who liked the greasers, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm thinking Brenda could be one of the girls who like the greasers.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, Brenda, that's what I want you to wear.
You smoke heaters?
You smoke heaters? Brenda, do you smoke?
No, I do not.
Well, you're gonna have to start.
Yeah.
Because it's got
Yeah. We're gonna get you some of those really tiny Virginia Slims too. Like the little thin, it looks like it could be a rolled joint.
Oh, okay. That sounds fun.
Wait, Rick Sanford, it's called Rizzo. The girl was Rizzo.
That's right.
All right, Alan, pull up a picture of Rizzo if you can. I want to see if we can get Brenda to dress up like Rizzo for Halloween because it's around the corner. We've got time. We can make this happen.
I don't usually do much for Halloween.
Now, do you give out candy then?
I do give out candy.
All right. So what are you going to do this year? Are you going to because I know now they're even thinking about canceling Halloween. So are you going to
Yeah, they are. In a lot of neighborhoods here, they are.
Yeah. You know what?
There's
There you
Rizzo.
go. That's
There it is.
Rizzo.
That's perfect.
Nah, see, I can see Brenda doing Rizzo. All you got to do is get one of them. Like it's like a moo outfit. It's, it's a one piece. It looks like a one piece
I'm
with
sorry,
a belt
wait,
on
what
it.
did you say? It looks like a what?
A moo.
Uh-huh. That's what I thought you just said.
Well, I said it because I wanted you to feel good, Reno. I was
Thank
trying
you.
to bring it back to.
I love you, dude. Thank you very much.
There it is.
There it is.
Now wait a second. That's when I think of moo. That's what I think of.
Remember I was telling you the picture of me in college?
Yes.
That's
Is that
it?
it? Yeah.
That's
No. Here's how you could give out. Go ahead. Say again, Brenda. One more
What are
time.
you guys going to dress up as?
I'm going to be a
Reno?
construction worker.
You're going to be a what?
Construction worker.
Oh, there you go.
That's because I'll be working construction for the 8 hours before I hand out candy.
He'll be at work that day.
But no, wait, it's on a Saturday.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a full moon. It's on a Saturday. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh, man. Ugh, that's not good.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on stage in Toledo, Ohio. I'm not dressing up. I will. Maybe I'll take my Cobra Kai outfit. I already bought the damn thing.
Oh.
I bought.
Greatest show in the last 50 years.
Dude, I'm gonna have those guys. Okay, did you know the guys who wrote and directed that also did Harold and Kumar?
No.
Yeah, and I'm still friends with them. In fact, they asked me season 1 if I wanted to have a tiny little part in the first season, but I was living in LA. They said there's no money in it. It's an internet show, but if you want to do it, it's a one day. It can't pay anything. And I was like, I can't, but I really wanted to. Now I'm like, I should have just done it. But
Yeah.
anyway, they're going to be on the podcast in November sometime, the new a country-ish podcast. I'm going to ask them about Cobra Kai because I love it.
Dude, please let me talk to him just for a minute.
Okay.
Dude, that is the greatest show.
Yeah.
That I swear to God, like my wife goes, I love this show. And I go, you do? And she goes, no. But I love the fact that there is a show that you'll sit for 4 hours and not talk at all.
Yeah.
You don't talk about anything wrong with the show. You're not bitching about anything that happened earlier. Dude, that show sucked me in.
Yeah.
And it's the perfect storm of the age I was that I saw Karate Kid, the age I am now. Johnny, I like Johnny better.
Yeah.
During the movie, I was like, but
No, you're not supposed to like him in the movie.
No, but I did kind of like. I'd rather be Cobra Kai. That's why I went to military school. I'd rather be Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Even though I was a puss, I was like, I want to be with those guys. And Ralph Macchio. I mean, I like the whole, fixing everything.
All
And his
right,
girlfriend was hot.
I got to go, but I just wanted to pop in and say hello. Keep it up.
Brenda,
Okay.
Have fun.
wait, Brenda, don't go.
Don't go.
Where are you going?
Where
You don't
going?
leave my show. I kick you off. That's how this works.
Brenda, you can't
Brenda,
just say you gotta go.
Go work on your Rizzo outfit, and I'll see you later. Get out of here. Hang up on her, Alan. Hang up on her. Get her out of here.
Bye, Brenda.
Bye, Brenda. I love you. Yeah. So no, Cobra Kai, awesome, amazing. I love it.
Best best freaking.
Did I tell you we did a
show.
Cobra Kai bachelor party for my brother?
No.
I don't know if okay, I haven't told you this. This is great.
No.
So all my friends are into it as well. We're all the same age, so we love it,
Yeah.
right? It means a lot to us. That show, Karate Kid was a big deal.
Huge.
And the fact that they're doing this story and they're picking it up from modern day, it's great. So my brother who got married recently, we did a bachelor party for him, a surprise bachelor party. I bought a Cobra Kai. We all had Cobra Kai outfits. And we told my brother to come over at a certain time to my buddy's house where we're doing this party. I told him we're just going to play poker. He walks in. We're all dressed like Cobra Kai, and we surprised him and just started beating the crap out of him. and he don't even watch the show. He's like, "What is this?" And we said, "You are dressing up like Danielson." And so we got him the white gi with the Miyagi-Do karate thing on it, and we made him wear it the whole night. And we had sake. We played. It was great. It was a whole Cobra Kai themed bachelor party.
Dude, you're the greatest brother ever. That's freaking hilarious.
Yeah. It was fun,
What a
man.
great idea, man.
Yeah. And that outfit, by the way, you're right. When you watch it now, you're like, Cobra Kai was the shit. They were way better. There's no way he would have beat those guys.
Yeah.
With a stupid crane kick. Are you kidding me?
Ralph Macchio's a little softer than, I mean, come on.
Dude, look at it. Have you seen his hips? He's got birthing hips.
There's something wrong with his hips. Yeah, and he doesn't have his muscle tone. He still is like 14. Like he still is like
right. He's a skeleton. He's got these big. Yeah. It's like he looks like he's 3 months pregnant.
Yeah, he looks like he does. Or it's 3 months after, and the kid injured him when he gave birth.
Right.
He just doesn't. He's too. You know. Come on.
Well, dude, we've been going a while. I've had a great time. Thanks for sitting in. We got to do this again, man.
Dude, I have a blast talking to you, and I hope Heffron, he's not sick or anything. It's just Wi-Fi's jacked up.
It's just got bad problems with the Wi-Fi over there. You know, he where he lives in a barn in Michigan. He bought a freaking barn farmhouse.
Right.
It's old, and he was fixing it up, and he was doing it from his attic, and then the Wi-Fi was not good, so he started doing it in another barn that was close to his house that his sister had that had better Wi-Fi, and it's 30 degrees outside. He's like, I can't do it tonight. So he took a night off, but we'll have you back on. This is great. What should we plug for you though before we hang up?
I'm going to be at Charlie Goodnight's in Raleigh, November 5th through the 7th. And then not the next week, but the week after that, I'm at the Grove in Northwest Arkansas.
Yes.
And then in December, I'm doing shows somewhere in Indiana, and I can't remember. I'm doing a show at a church too, which I've never done before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, some guy saw a video and was like, you know, we'd love to have you. And I was like, I'll do it. So he's like, how much do you pay? What's the charge? And I'm like, dude, don't call my agent for sure. And then I'm like, let's do Toys for Tots, and people get in, bring, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I'm more nervous about that than just like the little.
I would be too.
Slip.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
like
gotta be scary.
Yeah. But I wanted to try it.
That's awesome. And there's your Twitter right there at Reno Collier. Follow him on Twitter.
Yes, sir.
And look for his tour dates on the web. So this was great, dude. Champ and Sons, Reno. Saw you in Austin years ago. Absolutely hilarious. There you go.
Thank you very much, man. Now, see, like Champion, I don't know what to call him, but whoever that is that wrote that, thank you very much.
Champ and Sons must
Love
be
Austin.
Something, but yeah, Austin's great. All right, man. And for John Heffron dates, go to johnheffron.com. Check out our Patreon. Let's put our Patreon up one more time. You know, you like this podcast, you want to help us out, you know, go to heffronandreep.com, click on Patreon, and throw us a couple bucks here and there. All right, Alan Jackson, before we hang up, anybody else in the waiting room that wants to come in here?
No, I think you got everybody. You're all good.
Very good. Very good. Two of the
Alan,
best.
thank you, buddy.
Hey, enjoyed it. It's great.
All right, for Reno Collier, for the Alan Jackson, my name is John Reep. Thanks for watching Heffron and Reep. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share, and know that we love you. We're Audi 5000. Take us out, Alan.
You've been listening to the smooth sounds of Heffron and Reep. The show is over, but come back next week, same Reep time, same Heffron channel, for more comedy conversations, music, 80s church, and the life and times of the quarantine comedian. Always expect the unexpected, and who knows where the conversations will go. And as always, remember to rate, review, subscribe, and share. Peace.